Separatist fighters operating in Jakiri, a locality in the northwest region of Cameroon, killed a police officer as well as a civilian, according to a video that a faction of this separatist fighter published online. That is a viral video. Now what happened? This police officer was dressed in a civilian attire. He was actually returning to Kumbu to actually take over his shift or resume duty because he was on a leave. Now he took a bike as he was coming. Unfortunately, he was stopped by one of the separatist checkpoints in Jakiri. This is actually a hotspot in the northwest region of Cameroon. In fact, one of the hotspots. There are numerous hotspots in the northwest region of Cameroon. Now, upon interrogation, these fighters realized that the individual who was sitting behind the bike, because the driver was a civilian, that they realized that he was a police officer. What happened was they actually had him in their custody and they asked him to sit down. The video that we have seen online show how they were asking him questions, actually interrogating him, and some people were speaking in the dialect. Out of nowhere, we were told that this officer was shot and killed, and that the driver or the bike rider who carried this officer was also killed. And this is adding to a growing number of countless people who have died as a result of this armed conflict. This incident happened on the 12th of December 2025. Let me read the date again. Around the 12th of December 2025. So that you who is watching should actually not think that it's something that happened long ago. Now, this is actually happening at the time when parents are losing their children as a result of this conflict. Whether these officers or the voices or the separatists or whoever, I think we as Cameroonians, we are losing the lives of our fellow compatriots. The person whom you consider voices is actually losing their lives, and they are from families. They are husbands, brothers, and cousins, and you can name the rest. The ones who are also killed wearing uniforms or working within the government of Cameroon in the department of military, the military department, whether police, gendarmerie, or whichever, they are also children of people, husbands, uncles, nephews, all of them are component of Cameroon. I think let us, in all fairness, see how we can beg on our authorities to have a meaningful way of resolving this conflict. Because each day, whether it is from those in the bushes who are killed, or it is those who are actually regular forces who are killed, or the civilians who are caught in the crossfire. For example, look at this bike rider. The bike rider is just what we call those who are caught within the crossfire. But in as much as caught within the crossfire, the police officer also is a son from a family. So sometimes when I see people celebrating the death of Cameroonian, regardless of whichever era they stand, it's painful. It's painful because these people have families who count on them. In a war, in a conflict that politically can be resolved, that in all fairness we can sit as a people of this beloved nation and see how we can resolve this. Yes, I know actions have been taken or steps have been taken to see how we can resolve the conflict. But let us in all fairness ask ourselves this question. Those actions that have been taken, laudable, applaudable, appreciable, but are they enough? Have they been enough to resolve the conflict? If they have been enough to resolve the conflict, why do we still have this conflict active in some areas, some key areas? Why do we still have this conflict? Just today, which happens to be Saturday, I think the Saturday the 15th or so. What happened? Gendarme officers were injured. They stepped on an improvised explosive device in the northwest region of Cameroon. How long shall we keep having this continuing? Our elites have a role to play. The people across have a role to play. All of us have a role to play. And that's why I'm playing my role right now by begging that our authorities to see how we can resolve this conflict. How we can come back again and agree and respectfully disagree to agree that, okay, let us look at what has worked, what has not worked, why has it not worked, how can we make it work in all fairness, so that we can down the violence in the northwest and the southwest region. It is sad that you go, your son is in the military, you are not happy, you are expecting bad news. Your son is a civilian who is going to the market, you are still not at ease because you fear that something may happen. Okay? Now, your son is going to school, you are still afraid. It is a total cacophony. Not to talk of those who have entered into it and are kidnapping people and making huge sums of money. Not to talk of those who have entered into it. There are some people who have entered into it. And we hear they will tell you that no, those who kidnap are not separatists. Oh, those who kidnap are thieves. Oh, those who kidnap are these people, their voices. Yes, because we have not decided as a people to see how we can resolve this conflict. It's sad. So sad.
Congratulations, you've passed your GCE or baccalaureate, and now it's time to choose a professional university that opens real doors to your future. Let us introduce you to the African Higher Institute of Technology, a career-focused institution that not only awards internationally recognized certificates, but also guarantees direct employment opportunities upon graduation through its solid network of partner companies and institutions worldwide. This school operates in collaboration with the Cameroon Ministry of Higher Education, UBA Bank, St. Francis Xavier Institute, Canada. Located in Yaoundé, Mendong, away from the noisy town, AHIT provides the following for its students: a free brand new laptop immediately after paying a registration fee of 25,000 francs CFA, free high-speed internet access on campus, hands-on professional training, mentorship from local and international experts, offering courses like local government in accounting, finance and administration, computer engineering, artificial intelligence, biomedical sciences, economics and finance, business and management, arts and education, law and public policy, agricultural sciences. Whether you dream of becoming a software developer, civil engineer, healthcare technician, or business strategist, ICT is your direct path to success. Apply now and take the bold step toward a future of innovation, professionalism, and global opportunity.